live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Apartment Theater. You are now in part 2 of Hot Girl Summer. I don't know why I made it sound like I'm introducing a radio show, but...
Because you are as a podcast.
I mean, yeah, close enough.
Fucking just what? Come on now.
You're listening live to Apartment Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Here on K...
Pop?
I can't...
No.
K-Hot. Yeah, so this is part 2. Part 1 we did Sydney Sweeney, and part 2 is Anya Taylor-joy.
What a cutie.
Obviously we didn't go with The Witch because we've definitely seen that movie.
Yeah.
We love it, and I decided to pick Last Night in Soho because I had not seen this movie yet.
I didn't know this was a horror movie.
So, before anything, I have decided this is how I know Justin likes or doesn't like movies.
Mm-hmm.
Cass, did you like this movie?
Yeah.
Justin, you didn't like this movie.
I did like this movie.
Really?
I was going to say, I think you like this one. I think you like this
Usually-
one, yeah.
Because every single time, if you go back into our episodes, every single time me and Cass both like the movie, you do not like it.
Yeah, you don't like it.
That's not true.
Every single time.
No.
Most of the
We
time.
agreed on movies.
Except for this time. But did me and Cass like the movie at the same time? There's the question.
Well, hold on. Well, now I have to look and see, because, well, most of the movies we've been watching lately, we didn't like,
Yeah.
period.
It doesn't.
So,
That doesn't help.
or you weren't on the episode, because I was like, oh, Sister Death, and it's like, you weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Danny would have liked that one, though.
Didn't we like Cobweb?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once in the blue moon kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. Generally, most of the time, if
Are
me
you
and Cass
referring
enjoy
to
it,
when I hated the perfection?
no, there was more than just that.
What was another one?
I'd have to go through it. We have too many episodes.
It's really
goes
only when
into-
Justin likes and recommends me a movie that I don't like it.
Yeah, because usually whenever I recommend Cass a movie, she hates it. And Danny, if I recommend you a movie, you just don't watch it.
That's true.
Well, and then Danny will recommend me a movie, and it'll be the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
No,
And so I
okay.
stop listening to her.
Have I told you to watch Inside Out? Because I feel like you'd like Inside Out.
I've already seen Inside Out. That's
Such
the
a
one
great
with
movie.
The things in the head. Right?
Emotions, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I
The
can't see the
things in
second
the
one.
head. Yeah, the emotions.
I mean, close enough.
Things in the head, yeah.
Emotions.
I think
don't know
most
what
of
those
the
are.
movies I get you to watch are like romantic movies or like
What was the one
Those
that
kind
you
of
made
movie?
me watch? I can always forget what it's called, but it had.
Was it a book?
It was based off of a book. You were like,
If I
"Oh,
Stay.
What If I Stay? Yeah,
Yeah.
the one where the chick's playing in the orchestra or whatever. That was a terrible movie. I wanted
Because it was
to
a book?
die. Ugh, God. But anyway,
Anyways, to this
let's
movie.
talk about this movie. So, Last Night in Soho.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read the description. I accidentally minimized this on the. Not
How
that,
dare you?
They never used my video, so I'm like, I don't even know why. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta make sure it's perfect. It's like, we don't use it. But anyway, when the past lets you in, the truth will come
Hey,
out.
baby. Oh, what?
A young girl passionate about fashion design is mysteriously able to enter the 1960s, where she encounters her idol, a dazzling wannabe singer. But 1960s London is not what it seems, and time seems to be falling apart with shady consequences. Once again, would not say that's what this movie was about.
Nope. Also,
Okay. So
the chick in the 1960s is not her idol. It's just a
I
random woman she ends up, like,
I
possessing,
think they
basically,
mean,
and
like,
following around.
I think it was saying more of an idol, like she's trying to be like a singer idol kind of thing. Not that she idolizes her. I don't
No,
know.
it says she encounters her idol.
Yeah.
Well, god.
Like it
So-
it sounds more like she already knew who Anya's character was and like idolized her as opposed to like, oh, this random, you know, girl from the 1960s who's super hot and like
I mean, she kind of
Very
like, idolizes
suave.
her because
Yeah, she
uses
changes her
her
hair
as
and stuff.
inspirations for
Yeah.
So
for her fashion things.
here's the thing. I don't know. Like again, I don't know about that description because she isn't going into the 1960s. She's pretty much seeing memories.
Yeah, she's
She's living
seeing
memories.
a residual
She's
haunting
having
of it.
visions.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
she isn't like getting into the whatchamacallit, into the, apparently I don't have our audio on, so I'm gonna fix that real quick.
God
Well,
damn it,
Um,
Danny.
But anyways, because
Danny's
we are
trying to
recording
stream
this.
on TikTok, so yeah, we'll have to. It's whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so basically, yeah, so the character, let me remember what her name is here real quick. It is Eloise. I just watched the movie and I already
Mhm.
forgot what her name was.
Yeah.
So yeah, she gets accepted into fashion school in London, and London sucks. It sucks. She hates
Mhm.
it. It's fucking terrible. Everybody there's a weirdo.
Everyone there's
She
a
spends
bitch
350
apparently.
euro.
Oh yeah! Oh my
or
god!
She spends 350 pounds on a
A white
coat,
leather coat.
and
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
please,
about right
please,
though.
please no,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
Her
cute coat,
roommate that
though.
she meets in college is a fucking bitch.
Mhm.
Just an absolute asswipe of a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there's this guy that constantly wants to hang out with her,
John.
and yeah, he's the only character aspect of him is, I
Talk
see
to me.
you're having trouble. I can help you.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
He just
That's
wants
it.
to be a helpful guy,
that's it. That's all he does.
and I
kinda-
don't know. I kind of appreciate that.
He's kind of like set between mildly stalkerish creepy and being helpful.
Yeah.
So there's a fine line with everything. I don't know. I enjoyed the movie. I liked the movie. I felt at points it went a tad like slow when it's describing the situation. I
I
did think
was-
it was very predictable.
While I was watching it, I was like, I bet Danny is fast forwarding through this part.
Mhm.
I did not fast forward at all.
I'm shocked.
No, I just felt like some of it was a little like just like certain parts that were like, you know, getting like a plot point out, and it was just like dragging a little too long. I think there's a lot of amazing shots in this movie though.
Mhm.
Like, and transitions, like there are some beautiful transitions
Yeah.
and shots. Like the first time she goes into the memory and she puts herself under the sheet and it does that long like
Yeah.
and the dancing with the Dickwad Jack.
Yeah.
Like, the transition
Played
between
by
her and
Matt Smith.
Yeah.
yeah, that threw me off so hard.
Yeah, seeing Matt Smith as a complete and utter douchebag was
Do you
a little
guys
weird.
think he's hot?
He's
No.
cute.
He's all right looking. I don't think he's.
I figured that it would be up Cass's alley because she likes weird dudes.
I do.
So
That's true.
yeah.
Can confirm.
Well, then again, Danny. I mean, you're dating John, so there was a little
Is it
bit of
because
Irish
he's Irish?
representation.
Mhm.
I know.
She works at an Irish bar.
Yeah.
If John would have been sitting next to me, he's like, "Do you know these guys?"
Yes, because everyone in Ireland knows each other.
Yeah, no, just to be an asshole to him.
Yeah.
I did that to Rama one time, and she's like, "How would you like it if I said you knew everybody here?" It's like that doesn't work because I do know everybody here.
I think this movie was good. I'm trying to think of like. So, London itself is pretty much exactly what they say, though. Like now time, like You get pickpocketed very easily. You don't want to be alone out there. So it's got all of that like
I
stuff.
don't want to be alone
Um,
anywhere.
Yeah.
the driver was when I was like, so again, there's a cultural, like a big cultural thing. So the driver was being creepy as fuck,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, he's just trying to strike a conversation, and he waited out there, possibly see if she's okay. Like that kind of can be normal.
Mm-hmm.
How he said it and everything was not okay.
See, I was taking it as that guy was a weirdo, and he was staying
This
out
is
there to be like, well, she's got no choice. She's gonna have to go in my cab, and I can make more money off of her.
Yeah. He's just being
Yeah.
a creep.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there are a lot of interesting shots in this. You know, when we were watching the God, I cannot remember what the damn movie is called now. The Strange Color of Your Body's Tears. Where it's like, oh, there's so many style things, but it's not cohesive. And I was like, hey, maybe they should have watched this movie.
Right. Yeah.
'Cause
What's funny is that both of those movies, or both of these movies, whatever, were inspired by Suspiria.
yeah, I was like, I was wondering if I was the only one thinking that for that. It was like,
Yeah. Well, I actually
I'm
like
getting a little bit of vibes.
came across an article that like had the list of 10 movies or whatever that inspired this movie. And Suspiria was on the list, and I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Because apparently the director really likes 60s horror movies. Obviously.
What?
No way.
You're right.
We're never six.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
the
that.
director also directed. Honestly, he's got a pretty good track record, though.
He
I mean,
does.
He directed Shaun of the Dead,
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim, Baby
Uh-huh.
Driver,
Mm-hmm.
Hot Fuzz, The World's End,
Yeah.
and obviously Last Night in Soho. But yeah, he. God.
He's got a good eye for like what actually makes a movie cinematic, I guess. If that
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 'cause,
fucking makes sense.
So I listened to a podcast called "Films to Be Buried With,"
Mhm.
and he was on one of the episodes, and he was talking about the process of making
Yeah.
Last Night in Soho.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he was talking about how he just really wants to make something cool. That's really it. He's like, I just want to make something that is different. It's
Mm-hmm.
got some style to it, but it's not like obnoxious style, and it's not like he doesn't do like the same thing
Yeah.
every single time in his movies.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like, I feel like a Wes Anderson thing. It's like a okay, he's gonna do this and he's gonna
Mhm.
do that. Like he might do like a similar style shot, I guess, but it's not gonna be like the same like thing over
Yeah.
and over and over. Like it's still fresh and different for
Mm-hmm.
what he's doing, and he doesn't just do it just to be obnoxious about it. Like that, it has like a theme to it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of the shots I liked was when they were walking down the stairs and it's Anya going, but
Mhm.
then like you can see the reflection of the girl, and, like, and they keep like switching.
Yeah.
back and
Switching
forth.
places. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I love that. I like when they were sitting at the table in like the club, and Anya, when they're going through all of the men, I guess, in you know the different
There's a lot
clubs.
of them.
There's a lot of them. And Ellie is like, it's in the mirror, but it looks like she's sitting in the booth behind Anya, and like the timing that they got for these girls to like look the same direction and like do these same sort of like mannerisms that are like so little, amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking immaculate.
Yeah.
Like, it's good. Yeah. I don't know. This was just like a fun movie to watch.
Yeah. I agree.
That was
I,
part of why I picked it. Honestly.
Yeah. Like the
I-
dancing scene was so fun to watch, and like
Yeah, that was so beautiful. Transitions.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
what I was talking about.
yeah, I remember seeing an interview with Anya about doing that scene and how like the two girls had to like keep running and like ducking behind people in order to like switch positions and stuff because it's all like they don't cut it. Like they're literally running and like jumping into the scene around all of the extras and stuff. I'm like, it's fucking insane. Like,
Yeah, I can't remember what the term for it is. One is, I'm probably wrong. If anyone wants to correct me on it, I think they call it like a cowboy switch where they like do like that quick like
Oh,
transition
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I might have been getting it. I might be getting it mixed up with something else. But yeah. Also, the colors that they use as
Mhm.
well. I would hate to live in that apartment
Oh, I
because
know.
holy shit,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
changing lights constantly thing
Mhm.
would drive me insane. If it's just like one color light, fine.
Yeah.
But like it constantly flashing, it's like
I don't know.
this
I
is killing
think the
me.
people in the walls would kind of throw me off of that place.
And that's just kind of
Oh,
it keeps the
man.
rent low when you have people living in the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There weren't people living in the walls, I guess, but
The
No.
little like cookie crumbs to find out like
Mhm.
that she the old lady's actually the killer and she's been hiding the bodies in the walls. And like then you look back and be like, oh, it does smell a lot in the summertime, and then realize it smells because of all the rotting bodies that were in
Mhm.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
you would think you would notice that the moment you walk in, though.
Yeah, dead things have a very distinct smell.
It depends on when the
So,
last
Like-
corpse was hidden.
Or the last fart I lay.
Yeah.
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 It's got a
So
similar smell.
Mhm.
I kind of like me and John kind of made a couple of like guesses how this movie was gonna
Mhm.
go, and then as soon as we were wrong, we're like, ah, because at first I thought it was gonna be like once she met her roommate, and then they were going out, and that guy was being super creepy. I thought it was gonna be like a Taken situation, where he takes the girls, they get into human trafficking, which almost was right. And the one girl dies. I kind of really wanted her to die because she was a like extreme bitch.
Mhm.
But so
Wait, what girl dies?
no, I wanted her to die.
Oh, you wanted her to die. I was like,
Yeah.
no one died. I wasn't getting any vibes that it was.
I
gonna
mean,
be like a-
technically, quote unquote, Sandy dies in that scene, but then you find out Sandy didn't die and she was alive. But we're getting ahead of ourselves here.
Well,
Mhm.
here's the thing too. The moment she starts hallucinating and everything, where the guy's like, "Oh my god, I just want to help you out" and everything. I'm sorry, if I was in that guy's position, I'd be like, "No, thank you. I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
I
good.
think-
I'm out."
I think what kept him around is like he did say my grandmother or something, or my aunt,
Yeah. it was like that.
Mhm.
and so he can like he gets it, like he doesn't think she's like insane, but straight up on an outside view, she looks fucking bonkers.
Oh yeah.
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 She is bonkers.
A little bit.
Yeah.
There was one thing though that kind of irked me a little bit though.
Mhm.
She tries to stab the bitch
Yeah.
in the library with some scissors, and I'm like, okay, so we're just all gonna be like, oh, we're just hunky dory now. Everything's good.
I want to know what John said to her, because she was like, I'm going to get security. Although she's a bitch, that's a very valid reason to go get security.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why it was like, I'm sorry, but like, how could you keep going to school
Mhm.
with someone who almost stabbed you with scissors?
Yeah. I
And
mean, I'm a s-
libraries
I don't know.
have-
Jacosta definitely drugged her and John, though. Like,
Oh,
very
yeah.
definitely. So, and now attacking with scissors is not a justifiable reason, but I
Why
feel
did she take that drink from her too? Like, I didn't understand that.
I didn't
Maybe-
understand that either. That didn't make any
I
sense
don't
to
think
me.
I think she's the type of person that's expecting the best out of people that she
Yeah.
is, rather than thinking that. From what we know, she's a countryside girl.
Yeah, I mean, she was living in the countryside.
So she's from like southwest, like London, that's where she's from. So like when she makes the comment like I'm sorry, like when she says where she's from, it's pretty much making a comment of how John also explained it is that Upper London just doesn't think anything to the south exists. So so but
It's kind of like how he acts like nothing in Ireland exists except for Dublin.
because it doesn't. I've been there. Like you got your land points, but in between there's nothing. But cows and sheep.
Cows.
And John.
Yeah. But so I don't think she understands like social cues because she probably either didn't have very many people in her like great like primary school and like all that crap. So she's not understanding that this girl is actually being a severe horrible human to her.
I think she did realize it, and she was just kind of saving face. She's like, well, not trying to make any enemies. I'm just here to make clothes. That's it. Like, I think she...
That's what
like,
I took
she
it
walks
as,
away
too.
from that group and is like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
So,
I don't blame her.
Why would you accept a drink from someone who's being a total fucking dickhead to you?
Well, I think she also followed John's lead because I think he like started to drink it first, and so she was just like, okay, I guess it's fine.
I think John also is a part of that little group. Like Maya, like not like extreme, but like he's in that group because when you see the group hanging out in the start, they're hanging out. You see them randomly, they're like all together. So like even for like a college, to have that group of sane people constantly partying together, they're most likely in the same circle. So, and especially him going after Jocasta, that means he at least knows her well enough to be like, don't.
You keep saying Jocasta.
I'm pretty sure it's Jocasta.
What are you talking about?
The
bitchy
chick.
Girl.
The main character?
No, the
that's
bitchy
Ellie.
girl.
Yeah, okay. I thought... Okay, because I was like, who?
Yeah.
The bitchy girl.
So I think that's
I mean, they're all in the
also-
same class, the like main design class, so
Yeah.
you get to know your fellow like art students even if you're not like best buddies or whatever.
Yeah, that's how like marching band and stuff was.
Yeah.
It's like I knew a lot of people, but I wouldn't say that I was like,
Didn't
cool
most
with
marching
them.
band people
Yeah.
just like fuck each other?
I think that was
Like,
just a movie.
No, I'm pretty
No,
sure.
depends.
I hear a lot
Oh.
of stories from band camps. So
not like it's not like American Pie, but I never
No.
went to an actual band camp.
wait, I'm gonna like blow you guys' brains out
I
when
thought
I
you
say
just, I'm gonna blow you guys. Like, all right.
I mean,
I'm
I've
impressed that
never-
you're able to do that from so many states away.
yeah,
I've never watched American Pie.
I haven't either.
So I have no idea what you're talking about when you say that, Justin.
Okay, well, the main thing in that is this one time at
At
band,
band
camp,
camp.
and then she eventually says that she stuck a flute up her vagina.
Oh, that sounds horribly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I still,
all right.
I know
continue.
the reference and I know the quote, but I've not seen the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the quote,
I
but
genuinely think you guys will absolutely hate that movie.
Probably.
Especially because
Probably.
it has not aged well at all. But
Oh,
honestly,
I'm sure it
I
hasn't.
don't think it aged well at the time either.
Yeah.
Because it was just supposed to be like outrageous fucking debauchery and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I mean at one point one of the dudes ends up accidentally drinking cum. So that's
Ew.
something. Yeah.
Okay,
it's,
well,
I mean,
I'm
but
done.
like I said,
Let's change
it's
our
a boner
pace here.
comedy. That's just what it's
So
about.
anyways,
you know?
this
Everyone's
movie-
drinking cum and boner comedies. You know?
So
I guess.
But anyway, so yeah, she's just going crazy, and we're trying to figure out: is this a weird vision that she's having to help her, like with her fashion? I mean, it kind of does, and then you
Kinda.
realize that it did happen, and she was like somehow time traveling, sort of.
Yeah.
but not really. She was there.
But also
she's
she can see
feeling
ghosts.
But yeah, and they all look like fucking Slenderman. I thought that was kind of lame too. I was like, that's you guys could have came up with something else a little bit better.
Well, there is like stuff behind seeing faceless ghosts.
Yeah, I didn't mind
Uh,
that so much with the
I liked when
faceless
it
because
first
it could
showed
be
up.
anybody kind of
Like
thing.
when it first showed up and it was like in the distance, and like
Mhm.
the faces kept changing. Like I think it would have been better if the faces just like were like constantly changing
Yeah.
instead of just like the sunken eyes. Like, oh, it's a spooky ghost, guys.
It's a
Like,
spooky
Yeah.
ghost.
I
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that there
I
weren't
wouldn't
like
use
jump
time.
scares in
Yeah.
this either. There
I
wasn't like
wouldn't
loud
time
stingers.
travel or like I don't know. I would say she's just seeing memories. I don't see it as she's actually time traveling kind of thing.
Well, I mean, she's like seeing the things that she experienced.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like,
I don't
like
think
I'm saying,
she was
like,
actually.
I don't
well,
know. She manages to like grab a hold of Sandy a couple of times.
Well, then again, it is going off of dream logic too.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's probably connected memories, but it's like it's a form of time traveling, I guess, because you're seeing stuff that actually happened. So you're like rummaging through her brain almost, and like when you go into like certain rooms, the layout doesn't make sense, but yeah, it feels very dream esque.
I
Yeah.
think that like the guy like pimping her out and stuff like that really shows. So Sandy, when we see her memories, you find out she just wants
it
to.
sounded like you said memories, and I was like,
Oh.
we did not see Anya's tits in this movie.
No.
I think
No, we didn't.
no, we didn't.
We saw her in sexy lingerie though.
That we did.
But
Would
she
you
just
guys have
wanted
a
to be-
mirror on top of your bed like that?
Nope. I would not want to see what I look like when I'm banging John.
I feel like Cass would, but
Yeah, I probably
it's
would.
just to watch the cats run
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I would also be like freaked out that I'd look in the mirror and see something.
Yourself?
Or not, like and something around my bed or whatever, and I was just no longer
Oh god,
like
a
it.
naked man. Oh, it's just John.
But so when we start seeing her memory, she wants to be a singer, and the guy's just like, well, I could get you a side gig or whatever, but you gotta do what you want. And then he basically just pimps her out and says, this is what you gotta do if that's what you want, when it's really not. Guys, if you want to be a singer, fucking other people to get your way to the top does not solve it.
Depends on who you fuck.
Does
who you
not
kill.
solve it.
If you
Yeah.
fuck me, you're not getting anywhere. So there.
So,
I would say you even lose more when you fuck me.
Oh,
It's like, you
one
know what?
thing-
I don't want to do it anymore. I'm just gonna leave. It's like, see, you didn't accomplish your dreams. You messed
So-
up.
I think John willing to drive her home to at least a 4-hour drive, in the middle of the night. Go him. That's nice of him. And we find out through all this that Sandy didn't actually get murdered like Ellie thought she did. Sandy was actually her landlady, and didn't like when Ellie went to the police to say that she had a vision of this girl that was murdered, and the police did a wellness check to make sure the girl was good.
I don't know if I missed it or not, but when Eloise is sifting through the mail, it's the different names that she was saying, right, to the dudes. Like there were different names coming up, and it was the different names that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't think of it as anything, and then when she started going, like, and then thinking back on it, I was like, wait a minute. When she was looking through, because I was like, oh, it's just like random people that live there. I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's her. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I even like went back in that scene and I was like, wait a second, because I saw
it's the little
Alexandra
details
or Alexandra
that were,
on
like,
there.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like too that they kind of spelled out some things for you. Where it's like when the guy gets hit by a car, who we find out was a police officer.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Anya talked to at one point, and was like, yeah, didn't you know who he was? He was this guy. He is this. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. When he was being a fucking weirdo, you maybe could have clued me in that what his name
Yeah.
was.
Right?
Since he comes here all the time. And also,
Yeah.
you could have told me that, yeah, he was a cop and shit,
Mhm.
too. Also, weirdo guy, you maybe could have clued me in, too, instead of being really fucking suspicious the entire time. I
Yeah.
didn't
Mhm.
kill him. It was
Whatever
this person
happened,
that did.
she brought it on herself. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, and
really,
it's like,
those are very sketchy things to
wow, could you
say.
be any
Mhm.
more, like, weird?
Yeah.
Maybe don't be weird. Be like, yo, I'm a cop. I was looking after these people so I don't
Mhm.
get hit by a car.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
That seemed
yeah.
that seemed a little like
That
what?
was a
Mhm.
fun. That was a fun twist. Well, I wouldn't really say twist because for the longest time I thought that dude was Jack, and then once like a tough couple more hints came out, it's like, wait, it was that dude that told when he said she was better for that. I'm like, wait, I know who that dude was now. It was the
Mhm.
very handsome looking guy. Um, but so when Ellie goes to grab all of her stuff to go back home because she was fucking done with London, which I can't blame her after all that shit.
Mhm.
I
Um,
done too.
and the landlady was not very happy with the police come and knock on the door. So she decides to kill her, and landlady's just, well, okay, Sandy's just like, it's fine. Everybody thinks you're fucking bonkers anyways. They're just gonna think you killed yourself. And your mother killed herself, so they'll just assume the same thing. And she goes upstairs to hide in the room, and all the hands have her trip on the ground and keep her to the bed as she's trying to get the phone, and then the ghost gives the phone saying, help me. Why the fuck would you hold her to the ground and to the bed if you
Mhm.
wanted her to help you?
Right. Yeah.
Like, what?
Well, because
I
she
mean,
was
I
losing
just
her
couldn't.
mind too. So
yeah. Ghosts
Yeah.
are stupid.
It was making me think, like, was any of that real? Like, it does make you
Mhm.
think, like, was that real? Is that actually real? Or is she seeing shit? Like, stuff like that. But still, ghosts, come on. If you want somebody to get in trouble and get her in trouble, kill her, whatever, don't let her get to the phone. Don't hand her the phone. Like, just let her get to the phone. Like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
yeah, the guy gets stabbed and he's bleeding out, and then like
Is he alive?
just like go down there and help him, and you just cut to him just like in a pool of blood. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I think he's dead.
Mm,
But
he's
no, he
something.
survived.
He survived somehow.
My
Look, when
man
he
was
got
bleeding out.
I just like when she first stabs him and the blood just immediately squirts out. I'm like, that doesn't happen when you stab somebody. Like, they bleed out, their blood does not shoot out like a fucking pipe.
Yeah, you have to hit an artery for that.
Yeah.
Maybe she did.
Yeah,
I
No,
was
probably
waiting for you
not.
to say, actually, when you stab somebody, it looks like this, and then you show us an example
Yeah.
or something. Just pull up John, and he's
Mhm.
dead.
Yeah.
Ah,
Also, we
damn.
forgot to mention that it is mentioned in this movie a couple of times that her mom also suffered from the same affliction of weird head shit, being able to see ghosts or something.
Yeah.
And her mom also died in London from an apparent suicide. But now we
So-
don't know if that's true or not.
For only like a couple minutes, when she started going through stuff, I was like, I wonder if this is her mother's memories.
Yeah, I was kind of having that thought too, but
Then it was in the 60s.
yeah, it was in the 60s, and also
Well, we
Anya
don't-
didn't look anything like her mom.
Well, like, we don't know the exact year that it's never specified the year in the movie.
It's modern times.
It's modern times, but it never specified what year. So
They're using
It could
smartphones.
still-
Yeah. Yeah, she has
yeah.
yeah, she has a smartphone.
Yeah.
If they all had smartphones.
Yeah.
She
'Cause,
was
like-
recording her on her phone.
So it's at least
Like-
within like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or her grandmother's memories. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe her mother is the one. That's where she killed herself. Maybe she was seeing Sandy's dreams. And
Where did she die in London?
The mom, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder if she was
Yeah.
in the same house.
Who knows? We never see the mom in the house, though.
Yeah, you
We
do.
see. No, not at like the beginning. But
No,
that's not
no.
the same.
I think you see her at the. Oh no, I'm thinking of when they're inside the fashion place at the
Mhm.
very end.
Which, once again, I'm like, this chick tried to kill someone and was also having weird mental issues, making her spaz out. And everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, she did it, she did it," and I'm like, "Why is
They-
she still in the school?"
I don't. They all seem to be very understanding of the freakouts and just say
They
London is a
shouldn't-
lot.
They should
Mhm.
not have been.
No. I mean, I'm
no.
sure she probably went for a psych evaluation or something.
Yeah.
I don't think you get to come back to school when you do something like that. I think you go to jail.
Not
Why would she
necessarily.
go
Attempted
to-
murder.
Not necessarily.
Only if the person charges you. So it could have been worked out like privately.
I just don't understand it because I'm like,
I know.
she was
it's-
clearly not okay with her in the first place. Like,
Yeah.
let me just.
Well, she
Yeah, it's
hated her
all
to begin
good.
with. One
Mhm.
of her comments was she'll probably slit her wrist by Christmas in the first scene.
Mhm.
So I never
Yeah.
think she had a problem with her. I just think she always hated her.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
she
surprised
wasn't-
if the bitchy one like went ahead and like accepted her apology to like seem more forgiving and get more attention because she was an attention seeker for sure.
Oh yeah.
That is true too.
So I wouldn't be surprised if she's like, you know what, it's fine, it's okay, I understand, like, and
But
so
all
that
the
way people
panic
could say,
attacks
oh my
and
god,
shit-
you're so strong, like you're
I-
so sweet for dismissing that or whatever.
I
Yeah.
would have been rolling my fucking eyes at
Mhm.
the main character if I was in that class. I'd be like, "Oh my god, please stop being fucking weird." Because it's like, oh, if they were there for months, like, okay, it's just getting here. It's like, we've been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please stop. Please stop being weird.
Yeah.
Please stop being fucking weird.
I don't even know if they've been there for 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
week or
she's-
two. Yeah.
Yeah. She said she was there. I think it was 3 weeks altogether.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just like,
That's not even
Yeah.
like to midterms.
that's not
I
even
don't
like
even-
to like the first quarter. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's
But
like,
then
Tim,
what was like after the house burns down, what is the time skip again? Like she has this whole thing of dresses done, so like is it at
That's,
the
I
end of the
imagine
year?
That was like,
Yeah.
I was imagining that was like graduation or something. She's wearing a ring at the end too.
Really?
Interesting.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
And then you
she
got,
hugs her
like, the
mom
little,
and you see the ring.
The little sheep girls that are just like, oh my god, you're so brave, you're so lucky. Guarantee not to be like a complete like bitch, but obviously that made headlines like house burned down, old
Mhm.
lady killed many people,
Yeah.
killing on a young
Well,
boy
maybe
and
they
young
wouldn't
girl.
even be able to know. I don't know.
No,
but,
you
like,
can
I'm
still
like,
find body fragments, especially like
Yeah.
depending how burned up the building is. And
Mhm.
they got there before that building was barely even burnt, so they will find those bodies.
It was pretty burnt.
Yeah.
It was pretty burnt.
Yeah,
that-
well,
Yeah, because there was quite a bit
was-
of time that passed. So, I mean, if they, if the authorities were like, oh, yeah, this girl, tried alerting to us to, like, this weird crime that happened in this building, like, her, like, psychosis could have been passed off as, like, oh, yeah, she was going through some shit while living in this building, like,
Yeah.
you
this
know.
lady must have been mentally abusive since she
Yeah.
murdered people.
Yeah, exactly,
And, like,
so,
If she didn't have John there who got stabbed,
yeah.
they definitely would have been like, this girl needs to be in a loony bin, but she now has a
Witness.
witness to like, no, old lady batshit crazy,
Mhm.
She
tried to
fucking stabbed me.
hmm
tried to poison her. I love it. You don't need to be stabbed, so I'm just gonna give you something to make you fall
Mhm.
asleep and die.
Once again, if I was with somebody and in the process, she's having weird, crazy fits, and in the end, I get stabbed by someone else, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm leaving. Fuck this. I'm out. I am not getting stabbed for anybody. Nobody. If you stab me, if I get stabbed when I'm around you, I am not going to be around you anymore.
That's fair.
I do not want to
Yeah.
get stabbed. And if I got stabbed, since it's more than the 0 times I've been stabbed in the past, I'm not allowing this to happen again.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, that is Last Night in Soho. We all
Yeah.
recommend it. So Hot Girl Summer is honestly, it's going pretty well so far. We're 2
Yeah.
for 2 now.
2 for 2.
Yeah. I mean,
It'll
I just
probably
go
change
with-
for the next one.
Look, I just go with even if the movie's shit, at least there's a really hot chick.
Yeah, at least there's somebody pretty in
Yeah.
it.
So, yeah. We
Um,
gotta-
Anya Taylor-joy, if you would like to. Oh wait, she's married. Fuck. Anya,
Um,
hey, if it doesn't work out, number is in the description. You can contact me
was,
at 1-800-477-GOON.
Um,
I'll be there.
I do have to say, like, she was perfect for that 60s role, though, because she's
Yeah.
got that, like, perfect 60s face with the big, like, goo-goo eyes and, like, that,
Mhm.
like...
And her eyes are very far apart too.
It's wild.
People say that she kind of looks like the sloth from Ice Age.
Yeah.
I
But
also
I
see
think
people...
she's hot. So
Yeah, she's
I
a
see
cutie.
people compare it to the girl from, like, I guess Spliced or whatever, that little alien girl.
Oh, yeah. Hmm. That's funny. Yeah.
oh my god. But yeah,
People
that
are
was
mean.
People are mean.
yeah. But yeah, Anya, you're hot. Sydney, you're also hot.
Yep.
Hey, if we could get a 2 for movie, oh, whew.
I mean, I
damn.
think both the lead girls in this one were cuties. Because
Yeah.
even the person who played Eloise was cute.
Yeah, I didn't
Thomason
know
or
that she
something
was.
her name was.
I didn't know that she was like 24,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
She's young.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I
oh,
was
she's
thinking
cute.
about
I'm
that.
like, wait, hold on, how old is she?
I was thinking about that when Matt Smith and Anya were like making out. I was like, how the fuck old is Anya? Because I know
Anya is like
she is currently 28. Matt Smith is 41.
yucky.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think...
But I mean,
Different
Hollywood,
times.
baby.
yeah, depiction of the 60s. I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like
like-
that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
Aren't there
accurate.
some guys that are in their 40s
And,
that
like,
you would make out
It's
with?
not just, like...
Yeah, but
like,
I'm
in
in
the
my
60s.
30s.
You're barely in your 30s though.
I'm not barely in my 30s, actually.
Okay, so I can't remember. Is it 34 or 35?
I'm 34. I'm in my
Okay.
mid-30s, dude.
It's
Me kissing a
Wait.
41-year-old wouldn't be that, like, out of the question in terms of age range. But if I was 28 making out with a 41-year-old, yeah, that's
yeah.
a lot of time there.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Eh.
like, that's like me making out with a 41-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm a baby in
So-
this chat.
So, Danny, what 40-year-old man would you make out with?
Jason Momoa.
All right, well,
Is he in his 40s?
Pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
all right, Jason, if you're out there,
That man, he's single now too, though.
Danny is looking for a 3-way.
Yeah, he's 44.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
even older.
Mm-hmm.
Brad
but
Pitt,
anyways,
Silver Fox.
You also have to think in the 60s too, especially when that guy is now pimping her out.
Yeah.
That big thing
That
he
was a
was
whole
gonna get
thing,
was
yep.
single rich men,
Yep.
and then that one really attractive policeman.
Yeah.
That should have been like the thing. It's just like, man, this guy's really attractive.
There's just a
I
lot of really
know.
pretty people in this movie, and then
There are
there's
a
the
lot of
guys
pretty-
that are gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, so I have a question about this movie because I have seen, or like I saw different things that it's like, oh yeah, this movie is like a feminist hit, blah blah blah. But like
Is
the
it?
vibe that I got off of it is that it's like not all men, because we got our like one reasonable male character who is like kind of dull. His whole personality is I just want to help, which is fine. That's great. And
Not
he
a
is very
interesting
like
character, though.
yeah, he's not a very interesting character. We know nothing about him at all except that his like
Her-
gran is also a little bit spooky. But literally every other male character that we see, except for like the one other dude who works at the bar who like
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
think
say
has
the
one line.
Irishman. No, he has a couple, but
Like they're all dog shit.
yeah,
Like
well, the guy at the bar too. Like when he came out, he asked Ellie like, "Is that guy bothering you?" Like, and then he explained like, "Yeah, we call him Mr. Handsy." And
yeah.
so that also did not build a good background for that guy, for the
Mm-mm.
record. But
I saw a comment from the site that we use to watch most of our
Mhm.
movies on, and someone said, "Wow, all the men are awful except for the Mr. Simp. Great."
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't think of it like that at all. But I mean, yeah, all those dudes in the movie were pretty sleazy. But I mean, like,
Mhm.
how many guys are in fashion school, and then how many, like, every place that she was at was like where scummy dudes hung out anyway.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
But it's not like the girls were that great of people either.
Mhm.
I
too,
don't
like-
particularly see how this being like a feminist hit, other than her randomly standing her ground, which is good. Yeah, stand your ground.
Dude, wait.
But like otherwise, I
But
don't see.
the dude who was a cop was also garbage.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
garbage too.
Because like even though okay, we find out that oh, he was a cop, he
He was
was
creepy.
literally sitting down with her to have sex with her probably. Because when he's old and at the bar and the, you know, younger bartender comes up and you know, says, "Is that guy bothering you?" Yeah, we call him Mr. Handsy. Like
And
he's fucking
he
harassing
knows-
women all the time. And he's an
he knows
ex-cop.
every woman, every
Like-
woman around here. Or the
Yeah.
classic comment on when he actually gets hit by a car, and the manager's just like, "Say he's ex-police, it'll make them run faster."
Yeah, it'll make them get here faster.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, so
That's-
literally this movie is just like, look at how bad all men are. Mer, they're all
We've already
sexist
watched a movie
pigs.
like that. It was called
I mean,
Men,
yeah, like,
but I didn't really care for Men.
yeah,
I don't even remember that movie.
I remember some of it.
yeah.
But yeah, that's all right. We just did a Midwest goodbye on this.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did, but that's okay.
Oh, also another Suspiria thing. Yeah, they both end with the place catching on fire. So
That's fun.
Fire!
Fire.
Fire! Fire!
I
But yeah.
do. I will say this last thing. I like that Sandy at the very end when she says they all deserved it, and Ellie goes, "I know," and says nothing else. She's like,
Yeah.
"I know."
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
They kind of
I know.
Look, they're disgusting. None of them actually threw themselves on her, like raped her. Let's just be straightforward. None of them actually raped her. They
No,
all
that's
paid for that.
that's definitely still rape. That is
yeah.
100% still rape. Like,
Well, that's
Yeah.
it for the show.
yeah,
I get, yeah.
that is
We
definitely still
recommend
that.
This movie. All right. Well, that's been great. If you want to check out more episodes, we have plenty. They're on Spotify and all the other things that have
Mhm.
podcast things as well. And you can check us on YouTube. You can follow the YouTube link in the description somewhere, wherever you're listening to it. Also, if you're listening on Spotify or the other things, please give us a 5-star because it helps us out a lot. I know everyone says that, but seriously, it does because nobody knows we exist, and we would like maybe
Oh.
for more people to know we exist. There are people out there that listen,
Mhm.
so please,
We see you.
we need you. Do
Okay.
your part, and together, we're not trying to like obviously like make money or anything like that. It's just it feels like, you know, like we're kind of screaming into a void, and it's like it'd be cool if we had some people come around.
Yeah,
I
we
think you
like
can also leave
fiction.
like a comment somewhere too. So if you want to leave a comment on YouTube or something and be like, "Hey, I was there," it's like, thank you for coming by. So if you watch us on YouTube, you get the episodes way further in advance for some of them. It's a really weird system we've got going on here. If you want every single episode, it's on Spotify, but if you want what most of them look like in person, they're on YouTube. A lot of them are missing, but that's just how it is. All right, we're done. Thank you guys so much for coming by.